Hello and welcome to Hitman World of Assassination. Today we're going to be trying to complete every mission in the Hitman 1 campaign, suit only and with silent assassin rating. As an extra caveat, we will not be using any additional equipment other than the default loadout, unless it is from a mission we have already finished. So for example, once we finish Marrakesh, we can farm all of its masteries, or once we do Sapienza, we can farm the equipment from that. But until we have beaten either of those missions, their equipment is off limits. For this run, I did 1 or 2 test runs of each route using save states, but each of the actual runs are done with no saves in one fluid run. We'll be starting with Paris. The routing for Paris is pretty simple. We have 2 targets, Victor Novikov and Dalia Margolis. For this run, we are going to try and trigger the fireworks display and push Dalia over the balcony to kill them both at the same time.
Welcome, sir.
For this, we're going to start by heading down and outside into the gardens on the east side. Also, all the inspirations for the routings will be linked in the description, so that you can view those if you like. Once we get to the gardens, we're going to take out this NPC so that we can get his invitation to the Iago auction. We need to do this quickly because there's another NPC that is coming around the corner and will spot us if we take too long. But once he's hidden in the bin, that's not an issue. Then we grab his access card and head over to the northeast so that we can enter using our invitation. We will be patted down soon. We have a gun on us which will come up in a frisk, but we are going to hide that in the toilets after we shoot a camera.
Reading, sir.
We give out the invitation, and they'll let us in, so now we have access to the upstairs.
Go ahead, sir. Okay, let's see.
Good evening, sir. Please
From
come
there,
right
we're going to
If you need anything, please.
shoot one of the cameras upstairs so we have access to
Enjoy the show, sir.
technicians area above the stage after we show our invitation here.
Thank you, sir. Please continue.
From there, we will be able to trigger an interaction between 2 of the technicians where they talk about the fireworks display, which causes one of the technicians to leave. Here we shoot the camera out so we maintain silent assassin. And here we trigger the conversation. I should probably also go over what counts for suit only silent assassin. First, to maintain suit only, you must never use any disguises and use your starting outfit. And for silent assassin, you need to either make sure no bodies are found or that you are using accident kills, and never be recorded on camera or have NPCs discover you, so you cannot become hunted or compromised. Here we're going to wait for the technician to come over here. We're going to overflow the sink to cause a distraction, so he's going to investigate it when he comes in. Normally he comes in here anyway to smoke a cigarette, but this causes him to go straight over to the sink, where we can subdue him. If you weren't going for suit only silent assassin, you could make this slightly easier by taking his disguise. We're not going to do that. If you do take the disguise, you can just walk up and take the remote, and 47 will say that Novikov has requested to launch the fireworks himself, whereas we are just going to sneak up and grab it. We wait for 2 NPCs to pass so that we get a good angle, and then head out. Again, we took out the camera because otherwise that would have recorded us twice now. And to delete recordings, you need to make it all the way up to the attic, which is a lot of hassle, especially suit only. So now we have the fireworks remote. we're going to detonate it and continue heading up further upstairs.
Sir, need
This
to
is
check
where we
that
get
you're not
frisked,
carrying
so
anything
we put our
dangerous.
gun in the bin in the toilet.
This is just a
Otherwise, this would
security
alert them
precaution.
that we had it, and it is an illegal item. The fireworks display has started, so Victor and Dahlia have started heading to their places. So we're just going to wait on the balcony next to Dahlia until she gets into the right position. Because Victor will be, as you can see on the minimap, positioned directly below her. So when we push Dahlia off the edge, she'll land on Victor, killing them both. And then we will make our way to an exit.
Oh, this is too good to be true.
And that is 2 targets eliminated.
Targets are down.
Suitonly silent assassin.
Now head towards an exit.
We just head back out. So while the bodies were found, because it's considered an accident kill, we do not lose silent assassin rating. And we can just head downstairs to an exit. We will also be farming this level for Mastery 15 for the lethal poison pills. Because we will need that for our cache. Other than that, pretty much every mission in this run is the default loadout. But using the rules for this challenge, if you wanted to use other methods that needed unique equipment, you could get equipment from the levels you have completed. So if you want to do this challenge yourself, you still have some more open-ended routing than just going for the default loadout. And we just head out the front door. You can also go for the chopper, but you're trespassing for all of it, so you're much more likely to get spotted. So it would be quicker, but it's more risky. So we're just going to head out the front door. And that is both targets in Paris done. Suitonly silent assassin with the default loadouts. Now we are moving on to Sapienza. Here you can see all the triggers from the test runs have already been completed, and that was in 6 minutes and 12 seconds, slightly slower than my test run. Welcome to Sapienza. In Sapienza, we are trying to eliminate Silvio Caruso, Francesca DeSantis, and destroy the test virus below in the lab. So we're going to start by heading through 47's safe house for easy access to the compound. We don't have any smuggled items, but if we did, they would appear here as well. And this gets us easy access straight in. So for the rest of the run, we will be trespassing, so we cannot be spotted. We're going to head in through the kitchen, and luckily the chefs in here are almost blind. And just hop through the window. There are a couple points in this run where we will start getting NPCs filling up their investigation meter, but they shouldn't trigger. We're going to take out that camera so we can hop in through the door or the window. And hop up, and then we're going to head further into the villa and start heading upstairs. For the kill on Francesca, we are looking for a vial of the virus, which is keyed specifically to Francesca's DNA and hidden in the villa. We're going to throw that into a room on Francesca's default cycle, and when she walks in, it will kill her. And for Silvio, we are going to drop the chandelier on him. And then finally, when we get into the basement, we will drop a stalactite on the virus. So in this attic, there is a ladder which leads us to the room where the virus is stored. So we're just going to drop down here with difficulty and grab the virus. We can use our silence pistol here to break it. And struggle to get back out. And then we're off. There are 2 NPCs on the right there to be careful of, because if you're too slow, they can move into the next phase in their cycle, where they attempt to leave, so they could see you. But if you're quick, there's nothing to worry about. And then we're going to jump in here. Francesca's already in the room, so we're just going to chuck the virus in. We also need to grab her basement keycard. So we're just going to
Target down.
sneak in, watching
Next
for that
up,
guard.
Silvio Caruso.
Roger that. Waiting for
There we
paramedics.
go, there's the keycard. And then we're going to head down to kill Silvio. We're going to shoot this tower to cause a distraction that Silvio's going to go to investigate, and should bring his cycle back inside if it isn't already. We see he is inside, so we're just going to pop the chandelier and kill him immediately. And now using that keycard that we got,
Now destroy
we're
the
going to head
virus.
downstairs straight to the basement and sneak our way through there. And now we've gone from trespassing to a hostile area. The difference with trespassing is NPCs will escort you out if they find you in a hostile area, then you will just get shot
Ether's field
immediately.
lab. You made it. The virus
So we're going to
prototype
climb
will be
our way
close by.
down.
Look for some type of
We're
quarantine
going to use the
unit.
plane as the exit route, as it's right next to where we're going to destroy the virus. Watch out for that camera there. You might not end up in it, but it's not worth the risk. Go past the plane and climb around.
Whatever it was, not there no more.
I'm gonna shoot that stalactite down. Go, go, go.
All objectives
Every
complete.
NPC in the
Now
lab
head
is
towards
now
an exit.
investigating the alarm, so we need to sneak our way over to the plane. And that is the end of that. Now, before moving on to Marrakesh, I farmed Paris up to mastery level 15 to get the lethal pills. There are lethal pills in the Marrakesh level that you can take to get, but the action, it'll add another like 2-3 minutes onto the timer. So we are going to just bring some with us. And that was only 4 minutes 38 seconds.
Come
not
to
too bad.
Marrakesh.
Now we move on to Razor Zaydan and Klaus Hugo Strandberg. First thing we're going to do is head over to the waiter and use the radio to wake him up. Once we have done that, he's going to try and deliver food to Razor Zaydan, which we are going to go poison, and then let that cycle run out on its own. And while we go to kill Klaus, he should die. From there, we're right next to the building Klaus is found in, so we're going to head over that way. Watch the barricade there, because if you're behind it, you're trespassing. And I lost one of my attempts doing that. And jump over the wall, and sneak into the basement. We can use coins to make distractions.
You made it. Most impressive, 47. Now to
and head
locate
through
Klaus
the
Strandberg.
basement. So here we're trying to grab a key card to get upstairs. So we're going to use this radio to distract one of the guards and then sneak around to grab the key card. We are also waiting for the further up guard to turn and move so that we don't get spotted by him. Now we turn on the radio and just wait.
Slightly annoyed, we'll admit to that. Not more, though. Keeping it in check. Deep breaths.
And then we can go grab the key cards. And then head all the way back round, avoiding the guard.
There we go.
And off we go. we're going to use a coin to distract the guards. So that they're not looking at us, and off we go. And keycard our way into the lift.
So, do we have an understanding?
Yeah, sure.
So, on Klaus's cycle, he goes to this balcony every 10-15 minutes or so. So first we're going to take out the guard that waits here with him. And as you can see, we just missed Klaus and he's headed off to his cycle. So once we kill the guard, we're going to just wait for him to come back. Well, we're not going to kill the guard, just subdue him. And dump him in there. That storage is only big enough for one body, so we're just going to leave Klaus in this room. But no one goes in here, so he won't be discovered. There we go. After a couple minutes of waiting in this room, raise the thing down and dead. And then we wait a little longer, and Klaus will be back. We were in here for about 6 minutes. There we go.
Oh.
Hey, what is that?
So we use one coin to bring him over here, and then another to bring him inside the room. And then we can kill him. Grab my coin again in case I need it. I go to dump him here and then remember that it's too small. And snap his neck.
Both targets down.
And then off we go.
Now head towards an exit.
So we wait for that guard to cycle back down the stairs and go back out pretty much the way we came back in. And then once we're out of the compound, we're home free. And we're going to tuck our way back down into the basement. Come back through the lift door. Start making our way towards an exit. We're going to go around the other side here to avoid the guards. And there's a couple there. There's one who's tying their shoes facing towards us. And here we almost attract the attention of one of them, so they're going to start investigating, so we move further back to avoid it. Once they head back into their location, we can just come along. I'm going to chuck a coin there as a distraction. Almost get investigated again. And just run past.
Hey, okay.
And once we hit the door, that's it, we're home free. We just need to make it to the exit. So I'm going to jump back over the wall we came in. And now we are no longer trespassing, so we should be all good. And we just run to the nearest exit. So this run, while also pretty easy, does take significantly longer than the rest of them due to missing Klaus's cycle. If you get there quicker, you can get it done in time. But other than that, it's still a reliable method. And if you get it quicker, it'll save you 6 or so minutes. We come back pretty much the way we came in. And that's Marrakesh finished. Private Assassin's suit only. This was actually my first run off with the full method, and then in the farm music. Next we have
Welcome to
Bangkok. Bangkok is a nice quick one, as we can almost immediately eliminate Ken Morgan. And then Jordan Cross, we use a little bit of trickery with how the searching AI works, where if guards are investigating something, they won't stop you if you're trespassing and you can walk straight past them. So we're going to explode a fire extinguisher to trigger that. But first we're going to wait upstairs in the lobby for Ken Morgan to enter, and we're going to drop a light on him.
Well, good day to you, sir.
Looks like another one of those rock stars.
So here he is entering the room. We line up the shot, wait a little longer, and shoot. And that's Ken down. And we
Target
just head
down.
upstairs.
Now on to Jordan Cross.
And we're going to grab a fire extinguisher, which isn't an illegal action. You can just grab them. And we're going to chuck it on the stairs. Just out of view of the concierge below, and the usher above. And then it's going to explode, triggering an investigation from these guys. So we can just run straight past them, up into a restricted area. And we're going to make our way to the window here, as Jordan Cross is going to pass by it soon. And we're going to shoot the tiling as a distraction, and wait for him to walk towards the window so he's out of view, and then shoot him again. There we go. And then we just head
Both
back out the way we
targets
came
down.
in,
Now head towards an
because
exit.
once we get past the line where those guards were, we won't be trespassing anymore. So we wait for that worker to move, and then off we go. And see, we're no longer trespassing, so off we go. We head all the way down the stairs, and then we're
There
going to
goes my
leave out
next
the main
ex-husband.
entrance and off through a boat. So Bangkok is nice and concise. We get in, get it done, and get out. There's nothing really extra about it. Unlike Colorado coming next, which is a bit of a mess. For the Colorado run, I complete it once first to trigger the ending where you need to go into the basement. And for the Suit-Only Silent Assassin, we will be doing the version where you just kill the 4 targets and leave, like what happens in all subsequent playthroughs. 2 minutes 59 for Silent Assassin, not too bad. And then we will move on to
Welcome to
Colorado. So Colorado has 4 targets, the most in the game, or at least in Hitman 1. And the entire map, pretty much, other than a ring around the edge, is a hostile area, so we cannot be seen at all. So we're going to make use of the frequent long grass. So we're going to go over to kill Ezra Berg and Penelope Graves, because we can do that pretty much at the same time. Because we're going to shoot an electrical box that Ezra's going to interact with, which is going to electrocute him and kill him, and we're going to drop a chandelier on Penelope. And then we're going to go over to the barn to kill Maya, and then finish off with Sean, because he's near one of the exits. So we're going to hide in this grass here, and shoot the electrical box. It's fine that they're searching because they're not going to see us. And wait for this mission, I turned on the mission timer to time this and dropping the hay bale.
Graves is down.
So at 1
Excellent.
minute 10 we dropped the chandelier. I believe it was 2:55 coming up that we dropped the hay bale. But that's them both down. Ezra will interact with the electrical box in a couple of minutes. And then here we're going to wait just on this side of the fence. We'll was much sooner than I thought. And it's not 2 minutes 55. It's 1 minute 55. And that's Maya down.
Maya
Then we're just going to wait here for those
Good
NPCs
work.
to cycle and move. And because, again, all the bodies have been discovered, but they're all accident kills, so we don't lose anything. And this kill here will not be an accident kill, so we need to move quickly and leave before his body gets discovered. There's Ezra
Berg has
dead
been eliminated.
from the electrical
Good work,
explosion.
47.
And we're going to shoot that wall there, which is going to cause Sean to go around the other side to investigate it. And then we're just going to shoot him in the head. And now we need to head to an exit.
Sean Rose confirmed down. Nicely done, 47.
Let's go, go, go. And we climb back out the way we got in. And then there's an exit here, and we just need to watch out for those guards so we're not in view. And that's Colorado done. Again, suit only, silent assassin. And 21 seconds, slightly slower than my test run, which was 3 minutes and 19. And then we're on to Hokkaido, where we're trying to kill Yuki Yamazaki and Eric Sodas, who are both agents of Providence.
Hello, Mr. Reaper. As part of the service here at
So,
Gamma,
for this, we're not actually going to touch Eric Sodas at all, as we're going to use the kill where you destroy the replacement heart. And then for Yuki Yamazaki, we're going to lock her in the sauna. So, Hokkaido is a pretty restrictive map, as you, until you hit Mastery 20, you can't really bring anything with you. So you have to improvise. So we're going to climb down here to get access to the restricted area, and head down to where Eric Soda's replacement card is being kept. Climb in through the window. So again, we need to be careful as we are trespassing for the whole time. Gonna head up to the morgue and to organ storage. And here we will also destroy the camera.
You're the curator's
just in
research
case.
area, right? Let me guess.
So this will stop all the cameras in the building working. We're gonna sneak past these guys, and we're gonna take this guard out so that we can access the cameras. And we're also gonna use his gun to destroy the organ and stuff him there so he doesn't get found. Again, not killing him, as that will remove silent assassin, as we can only kill our target. Recordings erased, and now we just shoot.
Frankly.
Solution
There we go.
47. With sodas on the operating table, and no hope of getting a second right-sided heart in time,
Now we're going to run
you
around
have
the back of the
effectively
building.
killed him without laying a hand on him. This should be a clear message to anyone considering following in his footsteps.
Sneak around
We're gonna
here
complain
and
about it
climb
on
up
the
the
phone.
pipe. And this will put us right by the sauna. We're loads of time before Yuki comes to visit. Because as part of her cycle, she'll come to the sauna to check on it. And every time she'll comment that it's too hot, too cool, and that it's too crowded. So we're going to turn the sauna up so that she goes in. And it will also cause the people currently in there to come out. And then we're going to stand by the door Yuki comes in through in just a way that we can block her guard from coming in. When he tries to, he'll bump into us and turn around and go back the way he came. Which will mean that we don't have to deal with the guard.
Okay, this is where I throw it.
And we can just kill Yuki and leave. So we're just going to wait here till she arrives. And then once this is done, that will be the entirety of Hitman 2016 beaten. Sutoni's Silent Assassin. I will probably continue this on to Hitman 2 and then Hitman 3. And we should be able to go through the whole game, as most levels can be beaten pretty easily, Sutoni's Silent Assassin, with their default loadouts, as long as you have the routing for it. So we're just going to wait for Yuki to arrive. Here she comes. We're going to block the guard.
Finally.
So he's going to turn around.
A bit of privacy.
See, Yuki's going to enter the sauna, and we're just going to block the door behind her immediately.
Hey, what are you? Open this door! Are you insane? Let me out, right? Now let me out! No.
That's both targets
we're gonna
down. Time to
back
find
into
the
the commercial area, which means now we're no longer trespassing. Just jump down this hill when we are trespassing again, but we can jump straight onto a snow sled. And that's the entire game beaten. Overall, not hugely challenging. It's more just about finding the right routing, and once you have that, you're good to go. And there is a bit of difficulty in getting it all in one take, but that's more just trial and error and repeated practice. Hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.